Hi, this is Thesia Ellis, and welcome to This Grandma's Lives podcast. This time it is December 5th, 2022, episode 9, The Pain of Starting Over. I've had a couple of starting over things happening this week, and so I thought I'd talk about them. Let's get started with the quote of the day. The quote is, "The golden opportunity you are seeking is in yourself. It is not in your environment. It is not in luck or chance or in the help of others. It is in yourself alone." Orison Swett Marden. That's a name, isn't it? I chose this one. One of the part of the reasons is because most of the things I've been doing the last few years, I have been doing all by myself. Now, a lot of people talk about that they want you to be part of a community and you can't do things by yourself and stuff. But you know what? Until you do find that community, don't let it stop you. Do the things by yourself because the golden opportunity you're seeking is in yourself. It is not in your environment. It is not by luck or chance or in the help of others. It is in yourself alone. Orison Swett Marden. So just try to remember that. But I know it feels lonesome sometimes when you do things by yourself. And if you can get help, it's wonderful. But don't let it stop you. All right. The next thing is product of the day. I don't know why I haven't brought this up before because I love Amy Digman. I have not read her nonfiction books, but I've read two of her fiction books, and I just love them. But she also does this thing. Now does a Farmish Kind of Life podcast, and she has a YouTube channel and stuff like that too. But she started doing something called the Farmish Papers, and it's a snail mail letter, a newsletter. Because I love to get newsletters, and I'm on her email list and stuff. But if you're like me, you get lots and lots of emails, lots of them, and I don't know. And wait, I don't. Maybe it's because it's Google. I don't know, but they try to separate it. I have ones that they think that are my main ones, and then they have ones that they think are promotions, and of course, you get the spam folder too. But a lot of times, I have so many emails coming in, just like you do, that she's probably under the promotions, and so by the time I get to my regular emails, I'm not getting her stuff read. But I once a month I get the newsletter in the mail, and it's really cool because I don't know about you guys, but I get a little personal note, and I love these little post-it notes, and I'm sure she does it for other people too. But I get little personal post-it notes along with the Farmish Papers newsletter. She's got recipes in them, all the things that she's thinking about and doing and seeing, and I don't know. I enjoy it. I did not want to get the a physical newspaper for a long time. Because it's like, oh, I don't need more paper. I don't need more of anything. But because I wasn't able to read her emails or not, yeah, her email newsletters as readily as I wanted to, I thought I'd try it. And I have to admit, I won't go back. I love her Farmish Papers. So go ahead and check her out. It's a farmishkindoflife.com and sign up for her Farmish Papers. Okay, farm happenings. The breast birds, those are the ones I got last week. They're doing pretty good now. I told you I lost the first two immediately, but the others are doing pretty good. Now I've got them in the barn. I've got them in a big tote type brooder. So I built a frame a few years ago. It's kind of a double duty frame. It's got hardware cloth on it. I think it's 1/2 inch hardware cloth, and I built a frame to with it, and it covers the top of this particular sized tote. And I say double duty because when you buy potting soil and stuff, it's always got a little bit of twigs and stuff like that. I like to empty the soil onto the screen and kind of work it through the screen, and then I have a better soil for working with, for especially when you're doing early season planting. You don't want big sticks or chunks of wood, or even small ones, because it interferes with what's trying to grow with when your stuff was little. So I've run it through the little sifter, of the hardware cloth screen that I built, and I use that, and I also use it for the cover for my brooder. because it is cold. That's not too bad. I mean, we've been in the 50s in the daytime, and actually the last couple of nights we hadn't even gone below freezing. But the first night I put them out there, they definitely got below freezing. So I put that screen on top of the brooder with obviously a heat lamp, and then I also have I put something else like a board or something on top of that to help hold the heat in. So they've been doing pretty good, and I don't know that they're. I mean, they're growing. Don't get me wrong. It's not, but they're not going gangbusters like well, I wasn't expecting them to go gangbusters. I don't know. You know what I mean? They're growing. They're doing okay. They're surviving. That's the most important thing. So I have the original 10 that I bought. I have 8, and they're doing pretty good. Pig update. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Waddles is not pregnant, and all 3 pigs are doing pretty good together. I keep looking for signs of mating, and I'm not seeing that either, which kind of concerns me because they've been together for a while. Maybe I'm not watching them at the right time or something. I don't know. I don't know. But even that the month or so that the girls were with Jimmy Dean before I lost him over the summer, I wasn't seeing a lot of mating activity. So I'm kind of wondering what's going on there because it's not. I mean, I understand when Jimmy Dean was there, it was hot. It was way hot, and I bet it was probably, and in fact may have been what killed him. But I mean, I know the heat killed him, but I was wondering if he was trying to do some mating and then keeled over because he was trying to mate. I don't know, but at least they're not. At least my trio is getting along and sleeping together well and doing pretty good. So I'm glad for that. But I don't know if I'm ever going to have any piglets anytime soon. We'll have to see. The other morning, I went out and it was kind of an odd morning. My 2 livestock guardian dogs had disappeared. They must have been chasing a deer because they were gone for a full 24 hours. And so my livestock guarding dogs were nowhere to be found, and there were big black birds kind of hanging around. And I thought, what's going on? And then I go around the corner, and something had wrenched open the door to my turkey pen, and my heritage bird turkeys were just out wandering around all over the property. Not all over the property, but right outside the pen. And I'm really glad, honestly, that my dogs were not there because they probably would have harassed them and ran them off before being outside of the pen. So it was easy enough to get them back inside the pen. It was just kind of concerned me that there's one of the things where it was like a U-shaped thing that goes down over the pipe for the for closing the door. That's the mechanism that uses to close that door, and it had been bent outward. I mean, it went back to place pretty good. And I could probably tighten up that bolt to keep that from happening as easily. But that's what I mean. It wasn't that easy to open it up. I don't know what did it, but that's what it was. That little U-shaped closer was kind of wrenched outward, and the turkeys were out. But like I said, I got them back in pretty easily. Well, I just put some food down. There's only one of them. It's weird acting. One of my females, she's just weird acting. She likes to sit, and then I don't know. Everybody's eating and she's kind of sitting there looking at you. She almost acts like she's broody all the time or something. I don't know what her deal is, but I had to coax her a little bit for more into the pen with the others. But thank God it was easy to do, and I was grateful for that. When I mentioned last time that Tom got a buck, we got it all processed and put away. I think we ended up with 20.5 pounds of ground. We had 2 roast, and we did the shanks, and of course we had the backstrap. I think that ended up making 4 packages of backstrap. And honestly, because we don't eat that much red meat anymore because of my food allergies, I believe that's going to be plenty, but we'll have to see. I mean, it's more than we had before, so I'm glad for it. But I was also glad to get it all put up and put in the freezer. So yeah, that's a good thing. Let me see. I forgot to change my 3 things. Zumba. I love Zumba, guys. So the first one for the day is my Zumba class, and I love our instructor. She she is really fun. She really is. Um, she right now she is focused on Christmas music, so we're trying to learn new stuff for Christmas, but it's fun. I'm having a good time with it. But so we went to that, and sorry, I'm updating my notes as I do this. Okay, so I did Zumba. We're doing the podcast. I'm hoping to get it published tonight. I'm changing that a little bit because I wasn't getting anybody coming to live stream. And I think part of it too is people are not finding me afterward, because when you post it on YouTube, it's not under videos, it's under live streams, I think. So it's in a completely different section. And I'll be perfectly honest, a lot of people who watch any of my videos and stuff, they, if they don't see a video under the videos, they probably won't watch it. So I'm going to try to do it. I'm pre-recording this, and I'm going to try to upload it onto YouTube and see if that works out better. We're going to try that. So that's so first is Zumba, the other one is this podcast, and the other is PowerPoint. Now the PowerPoint, I've been trying to work on it, but that's kind of a weird thing. Okay, so I mentioned, I think on one of my three things earlier this week, we're doing a kids program at the church, and I love the lady who does it, but she's real old fashioned. She found a book for the play, and she converted it to a skit. But basically, the way she did it, she made copies of the book and made notes all over it. Well, then she makes copies of the notes, and makes more notes, and things were kind of getting faded and too many notes, and it was all mixed up and stuff. And so I said, let me retype it and make it into where it's something more cohesive that we could say, okay, this is it. And then of course I gave it to her so she can make marks on it and tell me what she wanted done with it. So I did get that done. So then I was going to go take that information, put it on PowerPoint. The reason we want to do a PowerPoint is because, for one thing, kids don't always know what their lines are. So if I can make it where it goes up onto the screen where they can read it, I thought that'd be good. And also, it just we have three televisions in the sanctuary. One of them where when you're on stage and looking out, you can. I use it. Well, we use it whenever we're singing, the praise and worship and stuff. And there's the other two screens are behind us up on the stage that the people in the seats can see. Well, that's what we're going to do. I want to do a PowerPoint that shows the lines so the kids can cheat and read it if they need to, or whatever we need to do. So if all else fails, if it's on the screen, at least the people in the audience will be able to see kind of what's going on. But I ran into a really big problem with that today. Well, for one thing, I'm trying to relearn the PowerPoint, and then the pastor gave me some pointers on that. And I thought, cool, I can do that. But when I tried to go into PowerPoint, and he was telling me about, I, because I had retyped the whole skit, I could do a lot of copy and pasting. I couldn't find my Word documents. I mean, almost, I think I had 3 or 4 documents that were showing up, and I've got a lot of Word documents, and I couldn't find this one. And I looked and looked and looked. And that's what I was doing. That's probably the reason I'm a little bit late tonight, because I was trying to find my Word documents so I can even make notes for the podcast. But I finally figured out what was going on, and I got it set up and done, and I feel better now. I do feel better. But I was really afraid I'd lost all my Word documents. So I have not done much with the PowerPoint yet. I probably will not tonight. So I guess I can say honestly that I haven't done anything with the PowerPoint. So with my 3 things, I did do Zumba. I am doing the podcast, but I haven't done the PowerPoint yet. But that's okay. I'm getting there. Oh, hang on just a minute. I forgot something. I'm pulling a Brian Alexovich by taking little breaks here and there. I guess I don't know. I forgot my book. I was working. I finished reading it, but I'm still going to do excerpts from it from the book called Origin by Dan Brown. This is so I'm going to say that's what I'm reading now, but it's not. I'm going to start a new book tonight. So I want to read you this one. Um, this is another. What's the word I want? Idea that has put out there. See, I love novels because you not only get the story, but you kind of learn a little bit at the same time. And so this is what it's talking about: panspermia. Okay, I have never heard of panspermia. The other day I talked about the bouncing ball in the long hallway, and I thought that was fascinating. But this one's about panspermia. So I'm going to read this. It says, "How about panspermia?" Winston asked. "The notion that life on Earth was seeded from another planet by a meteor or cosmic dust. Panspermia is considered a scientifically valid possibility to explain the existence of life on Earth." Okay, even if it's true, Langdon offered, it doesn't answer how life first began in the universe. We're just kicking the can down the road, ignoring the origin of the bouncing ball and postponing the big question like, where does life come from? So, okay, I thought had never heard of panspermia. Well, okay, Tom watches all that stuff about ancient aliens and stuff like that too, but I guess I still had never paid attention that it was actually being called panspermia. Okay, and here's another one. So coves, I think is how you pronounce it. It's like Koves, but there's like two dots over the O. Always found it ironic that humans, despite being God's most sublime creation, were still just animals at the core. Their behavior driven to a great extent by a quest for creature comforts. We comfort our physical bodies in hopes our souls will follow. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Okay, and this is the last one I'll do today. It says caution, the following clip contains graphic images and it may not be appropriate for all viewers. Shameless, she thought, knowing these warnings were not sensitive network precautions, but rather clever teasers to ensure that nobody changed the channel. Yep, we all know that that's true. So that's what these are my excerpts I'm reading tonight to you from Origin by Dan Brown. So yeah, I know he's a little bit controversial and stuff, but I enjoyed the book. It was pretty good. All right, what is on my mind? Okay, I live in a little bitty town. I don't know what size it is, but it's little. And they decide the people who are in, I don't know, city council. It's not even a council. It's like one, I don't know. I think it's one person. I don't know. But they decided to have a Christmas parade and they're calling it the first annual Christmas parade. And because of the church I go to, we're always trying to do outreach and stuff. Oh my goodness, like this last Saturday we have a clothing ministry. You see me when I do the post when I'm posting the my three things, and I usually say once or twice a month I'll say that I'm going to open the clothing ministry. Well, the one lady who's doing the children's play too, she saves toys all through the year, cleans them up, puts batteries in them, takes care of the toys, and then for like I think she did it just before Thanksgiving, and then we did it this previous Saturday, and we're going to do it one more time on the 17th. When people come to the clothing ministry, they can get a ticket and they can go shop for toys for their children too. And so it's a small building. I don't know. It's not that many square. It's a double car garage, is what it is. Okay. And so we serviced 29 families with toys and clothes. And I'm pretty sure about 25 of those 29 came in the first hour. So we have lots of volunteers, thank God. But we're hopping busy, just hopping busy. So, oh, did I lose my I think so. But so we have the Christmas parade that's coming up. Oh, that's what my deal was. Okay, because we do outreach stuff. We try to serve a Thanksgiving uh dinner for people in the community. We're always trying to do something in the community to help. And so on the Christmas parade, I thought, well, this would be a good way for people to see us. We could get a float. We've got a 16-foot trailer. Tom's got a truck. He'd probably have to clean it up or something, but I would like to, on behalf of our church, to have a float and be part of the first annual Christmas parade for Foyle, Oklahoma. And I don't know, it's been kind of a mess. I guess it's less than a mile walk, but they're worried about insurance. First of all, they're worried about kids falling off. Well, I was going to do it with the youth. We got a pretty good youth group, and they could do it. I'm not too worried about them falling off the trailer. And anybody younger than that, they would have to be on there with their parents anyway. But then the pastor's going, yeah, but do they have the dogs under control? And that's kind of true, because I used to jog, and if there was not a dog following me, there might be one kind of harassing me occasionally. So it kind of takes all the fun out of jogging. But and then this last half of the parade route is not even lit, and it's going to be at 6 o'clock at night. So I don't know. I don't even know. I think he went. We're trying to test the waters to see if we can even do a parade. I mean, do a float for the parade. We'll have to see. I don't know. And I think he went to the insurance company today, and he's supposed to be getting back with me and what we're supposed to do with that. And so now I'm also, what also is on my mind is the children's Christmas program. Like I said, I rewrote the script and got that done. And I'm pretty pleased with how that turned out. And I think Diana was pretty happy with it too. And so now we're just going to see if we can get the kids to participate and see how that goes. I think we're going to have a dress rehearsal Saturday, and then we're going to actually do the program on Sunday morning, and then the very next week after that, the adult play, and I'm part of the adult play too. And I don't know my lines. Thank God, there's only a couple of lines and stuff, but we're still trying to work. We're working on blocking, and I don't know if you know what blocking means, but like if telling you which side of the stage you enter on and which way you're going to exit on and at what time and who says their line and where you're going to be while they're saying their line. So we've been spending a lot of time in blocking, and so that's what's going on there. Did I tell you? I think I told you about I lost all my Word documents, but I if I didn't, let me try again. Let me think. Uh, yeah, the PowerPoint. I did PowerPoint. I thought I lost all my documents on that. So that is what is on my mind. I've got the story of the day. I've actually got like three different ones. The first one is a funny one. Okay, this one's so funny. You need to follow me on Instagram under Thecia Ellis, TheCiaEllis, because when I go to Kenzie's basketball games, I'm sure you know that we're raising my granddaughter Kenzie. We've pretty much had her off and on her most of her whole life, but we got custody of her when she was 11. And this year she's playing basketball. She's a little bitty teeny child. I think she's 5'1.5". I think she tells me she's 1.5 and 105 pounds. And she's a little bitty thing. So she gets knocked around on the basketball court like a little pinball. And if you go to my Instagram and look up one of the most recent one I put out is I don't know what she was thinking that we were playing a team and the one of the girls on the other team, she was a mountain. That's why I named this. The clip was Kenzie versus Mountain, and this woman is, well, I say woman, she's a girl, I guess, over 6 foot tall, probably 350 pounds. I'm not sure. She's a big person, and for some reason, Kenzie thought that she could dribble right through her, and ended up bouncing off of her. Like she bounced off the girl, the ball goes bouncing off, and Kenzie collapses on the floor. She didn't get hurt, so it was funny. It's really funny. So I hope you go to my Instagram account and check that out. It's funny. So one of the things I named this podcast "The Pain of Starting Over." So for one thing, with the Word document thing, I thought I'd lost almost all my Word documents today for one thing, and I think there were three documents that were saying that they were saved and couldn't find any of the rest of them. And I've got partial books, I've got skits, I've got everything I do on Word. And I thought, oh no, I'm going to have to start all over. Some things are just going to be completely lost. But thank God I figured out what was going on and I got that part back. But that was kind of on my mind for the part of the pain of starting over, because some of that stuff was going to be irreplaceable. And it reminded me of other times that I've had to start over that was painful. And the one that probably sticks with me the most is when I had to move back from California. My ex-husband had left me for another woman. He was wanting to take custody of my youngest son. I wasn't going to let that happen. So I kind of had to, well, I had told him if he left me, I was going to have to go back to Oklahoma. but I needed to be able to get out of town, so I had to basically what didn't fit in the car didn't make it back to Oklahoma. My boys were allowed to take one toy. I took pictures out of the frame so they would fit, and the pictures were put in the back. They were put in the very bottom of the trunk, and then we put the clothes on top of the pictures so that everything could be protected there. The kids got one one toy, and basically what didn't fit in the car didn't make it back from Oklahoma. Well, one of the things, and I have to admit, it has stuck with me, was all the Christmas decorations. I used to have beautiful Christmas decorations, individual ornaments for the tree, individual gifts of ornaments that people had given me. I don't know. It was very personalized. It was very mine. It was very special to me, and I had to leave them behind. So to this day, even now, I had to move back in 1994. I don't necessarily decorate for Christmas because it's it's still this sounds really stupid because I'm not into things so much, but those were very special ornaments and very special decorations to me, and it just took all the fun on decorating for me. But I'm grateful. I've got Kenzie; she decorates and she does a wonderful job. But that pain of starting over was probably one of the more difficult ones. I've done it 2 or 3 times. When we moved to California, well, pretty much what didn't fit in 3 cars didn't make it in a little trailer. And that wasn't so bad. But moving back from California, yeah, starting over with that was a little bit rough. And and then I like to knit and crochet. This is my final pain of starting over story. And this one, this one, uh, so I like to knit and crochet. I had been working for almost a year on a bedspread for my little grandbaby Ivy that just turned a year old. I had done a baby blanket for Ivy when she was first born, and her mother asked me to make a twin size bedspread. And I thought, yeah, I can do that. So I've been working on this thing for almost a year, and I was just I don't know, probably less than 200 stitches away from being complete. I mean, I was almost done with the edging on it, and it was just beautiful. It was turning out beautiful. I had made the design myself, the pattern and everything, so I was really proud of it. And then I was looking at it thinking, what are these holes? These holes don't belong here. Well, a mouse had gotten into my knitting and chewed holes all through. Well, I said knitting, it was crochet, had chewed holes all through there. So I'm gonna have to start all over. And I guess it's not so bad. I mean, it's certainly not like whenever I had to leave everything behind in California, but it was like literally several months work crochet that was so near to being done, and I'm going to have to start all over. I may have to do all new yarn. I don't know. There might be. I'm sure there's plenty of yarn that's going to be good enough that it be used, but I'm going to have to test it. How much of it has been gnawed through. So yeah, that's why I named this the pain of starting over. I'm going to have to start over on that. All right. My next segment is the income producing activity. I'm going to go back to the fold card. I have the link in the description below. Now, the fold card is a prepaid debit card. And I know Bitcoin is not doing that great right now, but if you think about it, it could be there a lot of my friends think one way or another it's going to go back up, and that's fine. So if you think about it, you're buying when you spend something on the fold card, whether you're going to the grocery store, you can do it on Amazon. There's all kinds of different things that you can use a fold card on. It's a debit card, okay? It's prepaid. You put a certain amount of money on it and you spend it. And so every time you do that, you have a choice. You can get a flat rate of 1% of your sales in a satoshis, or you can spin the wheel and even get up to one Bitcoin. I'm not sure anybody's ever going to get that, regardless of uh how much it goes down or up. But one way or another, every time you spend money on that, you can earn satoshis, and what they say, stack satoshis. But also if you sign up using the link below, I can also get a few extra satoshis too. And even though it's low right now, if it goes back up, what you are getting now will increase in value over time. One way or another, we all know digital currency is coming. It's pretty much kind of here already anyway. So kind of go on that. Oh, my dog is trying to get in the bedroom. So think about doing the fold card. Check out the link below. Get signed up. It doesn't cost you anything. They send you a card in the mail. It's a prepaid debit card, and you are good to go with it. I'm hoping somebody comes and gets the dog. Okay, the creator of the day, and she's not somebody that's small, but I don't know how big. Well, we all know her pretty much in our group that we're around here is Nicole Sauce of Living Free in Tennessee, and so I've enjoyed listening to her. Of course, I discovered her through Jack Spirko, like everybody else does too. But Living Free in Tennessee is the podcast that she does. She also does the Hollow Roast Coffee. I went to her spring workshop. That was awesome. I loved her spring workshop, and and then she was also at the Self Reliance Festival in October. The whole community that she's a part of and she helps oversee and stuff it's been very encouraging to me. And I've made some really wonderful friends in that process. So I guess I want to be able to attribute that to Nicole Sauce of Living Free in Tennessee. And her website is livingfreeintennessee.com. Her coffee is Hollow Roast Coffee. Check her out. I'm not in Tennessee, and I guess that's one thing that she learned along the way too. Though is like some people won't listen to it because they think you got to be in Tennessee to listen to her, and that's not it at all. She's got all kinds of really good tips. She has good homesteading tips. She has good pantry management tips. She has good ways of like she's even got a cookbook that's cooking with what you have, and I bought when I went to the workshop. I actually even bought a book that she had done with a couple others on how to process pigs. And I think there was one, I didn't buy the one for chickens, but, and she's the one also that I got my three things from. So, I've talked about her in the past too, because of the my three things. And she's where I got this from. And I think she's in the process of writing a book about that too. So check out Nicole Sauce of Living Free in Tennessee at livingfreeintennessee.com or on her podcast. She does it on all the podcast things too. Okay, that's pretty much it for the day for me. Where I can be found, yeah, I'm still Ellis Family Farms on YouTube. I'm getting there. Well, part of my problem too is it's basketball season, and then, like I said, I record everything that Kinsey does, and I've got to get all those clips off of my phone, not off my phone, but off my camera, get everything logged, cataloged and recorded and stuff. And so I am so far behind on it. I've got lots and lots of footage. I'm just not getting it edited and out. So I am still Ellis Family Farms on the YouTube channel. I've also got Farm Animal Life on the YouTube channel. And that's just where I stick a camera in with one of my birds or the pigs or something like that and just let them do their thing. And then I end up publishing that. Uh, and then on my Instagram, I'm at Thesia Ellis. TikTok, I'm at Thesia Ellis. Facebook, Thesia V. Dayhoff Ellis. MeWe, Thesia Ellis. Twitter, Thesia E. at Thesia E. So that's it tonight, guys. As I always tell you, live until you die. Find something that gets you up out of the bed, get you off the couch, get you out of the recliner. Find something to bring life back into your life and live. This is all we got. God bless, guys. I'll see you next time.